Good morning, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming to our State of the Wallace breakfast for 2023. It is such an honor to have you here because so many of you have been with us from day one, watching the progress of the Wallace Theater. And as we sit here today, we can look across the street and see so much progress, from the demolition that is going on inside the theater to the work that is being done to begin the installation of the Wallace Theater blade sign. Yes. And that is all because of you. That is all because of the community of Levelland. Because you have got behind this project, you have supported it, you have believed in it. And I want to go back and just give a little bit of history for the Wallace, because I know we've got a few folks that have just come onto our project. The Wallace Theater was built in 1928. It was here almost as early as Levelland got started. The second city council meeting of Levelland, Texas, was actually held inside the Wallace Theater. When the Wallace Theater was built, it was the community gathering place. It was where the community came to see their friends. They came to learn the news. It brought people together, and that is what we are working for today. We want the Wallace Theater to once again be this wonderful community gathering place where you can come with your friends and your family, and you can share these incredible, unforgettable, life-changing experiences. And I truly believe that what we are building, the renderings that we are going to get to unveil for you later this morning, will be able to meet that challenge. For the Wallace Theater, many of you know the heart of what we do is centered around education. A few years ago, I read a report from the Texas Cultural Trust that found that students in rural communities have 70% less access to arts education. And that is a mission that I truly believe that we as the Wallace Theater can change. One of our greatest accomplishments this year, I'm so excited that we have been able to bring on Jennifer Cagle-Gilmore. She is our new education coordinator that you will get to hear from later this morning. As we talk about accomplishments this year, when I think back to where we were a year ago, standing right in this space, I was getting ready to write one of the biggest grants we'd ever written. The Florence Marie Hall Foundation out of Midland, Texas, they like to support projects in rural communities, and they look for projects that have community support. Because of the community support that they saw from each and every one of you, they awarded the Wallace Theater a $1 million grant. That grant was a game changer. We initially thought we were going to be phasing out the project of the Wallace Theater, doing the auditorium first and then getting to other pieces. But because of that grant, we are now completing our whole project, and we are looking for our renovations to be fully completed December of 2024. Yes. This year, even throughout our major renovation work, we have still been able to serve over 3,300 people through programs offered at the Wallace Theater, through MainStage opportunities that we have hosted over at Luca and at South Plains College, through educational events, our summer camps, our global festival. We are still continuing to expand that reach and grow every year, and we've still hosted even 46 events where we've been able to work with other venues to continue to serve our mission of creating experiences that entertain, inspire, and empower. And so as we look to the next year, I want to share a little bit about some of the exciting things that we're looking to have coming up. First, talking about education. Our goal to continue to move forward in our reach of arts access to education, we want to serve 1,500 students across Hockley County with arts programming. We've already written a grant this year to raise money to install an art gallery in the Bryce Mitchell building, and what we'll do with that, we actually want to start with a children's art gallery. When you start talking to teachers in Levelland ISD and Hockley County, they will tell you that some of their students have never traveled outside of the 79336 zip code, just 30 minutes away, to have the opportunity to go to a museum or to go to an art gallery. So we're going to bring that here to them. We're going to make that accessible here in Levelland. We've also been honored with the opportunity to partner with an organization called MindPop. They're out of Austin, Texas, and they specialize in collective learning impact projects. And what they do is they help organizations like the Wallace Theater become a backbone organization. They help us develop relationships with all of our schools in the Hockley County area. We'll develop relationships with other arts nonprofit organizations. And as we work with our schools, we'll learn to find out where are the gaps, where are the needs, what can we help solve? So Sundown is a great example. They have an amazing theater program, an amazing band, but they don't have art classes. So is that something that we can help provide? Maybe we can provide instructors that can go and take classes to those schools. We can work with an organization like the Sundown Library that is up and coming. They're going to have space where they can host art classes, and we can help make that happen. We'll be able to be an incredible resource to all of our schools here within Hockley County. We've also been invited to join with the Paramount Theater in Austin. They have one of my favorite arts education programs called the Story Wranglers. They have a troupe of professional actors that goes into a second grade classroom for about eight weeks. They work with these students to learn creative writing techniques to help develop a story, and together this classroom of students write their own play. And then the next step is those professional actors, they take that play that they've worked with the students to write, they go and rehearse it, and they come back and perform it for the whole school. So not only have these students been able to write this story, they then get to see their story acted out live on stage for all of their peers with amazing actors like some of the ones that you'll get to see later today. We are going to be the first organization to get to do a pilot program with the Paramount Theater, extending that program out of Austin, and we are very honored for that. Those are some of our big goals for education next year. Again, we'll also be seeing the renovation work completed. We're going to have incredible progress that we'll see, and wonderful things coming up for our MainStage that Anna Hogan is going to tell you about in a few minutes. But with that, I would love to invite Jennifer Gilmore to come up and just tell you a little bit about herself, and I'll also tell you about what motivates her passion for arts and education.
Good morning. Like Allison said, my name is Jen Cagle Gilmore, and I am the new education coordinator here at the Wallace Theater, and it is a pleasure to get to do this role. I stand before you because of arts education. I can name a handful of people that supported me as a young artist, that encouraged me to do the things that I get to do now. I feel like life is all cumulative, and we take everything that we learn and we build upon that. And so those are some of my philosophies that I take with us in education and throughout life as well. I feel arts education is a community. I feel like it builds a safe place for students that may not fit in sports, or they may not be the brightest and smart children. Actually, I find that some arts children are some of the most creative, genius almost style people that I know. And so I find that it creates community, inclusivity, acceptance, and those are the things that I feel help build great character. And so that's what I feel is important. I'm excited that Hockley County finds this so important as well, and I look forward to partnering with many of you in the next few years.
One other piece about arts education is that the arts help you develop so many different skills, from public speaking to being able to have a presence on stage to working as a team. Let me tell you, the opportunity that I have seen to watch these people work together and create amazing worlds and what they bring, it is amazing teamwork. And then we have people like Zach who work behind the scenes. Zach is doing our sound and lighting for all of our shows. His skills, he's also working with students that are coming on as high school students, getting to train under him, developing skills that can transfer to so many vocations, whether it is working on behind the scenes at a church. So many of you know we have to have the sound and AV people to run the programs at church. Think about sporting environments. There's someone up there who's running all of the technology beyond that. And those skills, that passion can start being developed by participating in programs and main stages like these. And now with that, I would love to invite our incredible artistic director, Miss Anna Hogan, up. Anna started with us in 2021. Our first main stage production was Sweeney Todd. For those of you who came to that, you remember walking in and the whole room was flipped around. Her incredible creativity, what she has built through this program, I am so proud and so honored that she is here, and I'm excited for her to share with you some of her story about what the main stage is doing and what you can look forward to in the main stage.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Anna Hogan. Thank you so much for joining us here today to really look forward to what's coming right across the street. I mentioned earlier in our earlier meeting, looking at what we've accomplished over the last year does make me, I didn't expect to actually choke up again, but it makes me very emotional. So much passion and hard work and collaboration has gone into making a beautiful legacy. And it is the product of so many people. I think the wonderful thing about what the Wallace builds is many opportunities for many people to shine. So I'm going to outline just a few thoughts. I do better with paper, so please indulge me. It'll be a good cold read, I promise. So when you're going to visit a new place, you're often drawn into an information hub that tells you what's going on in that destination, a sort of tourism brochure. What you'll see listed are all the things about that place that make it a destination: the arts, the cultural identity, and the places where people connect with each other. Within our MainStage program, we are cultivating all of those elements that make the Wallace a destination to connect, to be empowered, and to be inspired. Within our MainStage, we value creating space and opportunities for both local and national actors and technicians. When we began with our first production of Sweeney Todd, we had less than 20 people audition for that production. We also had mostly out-of-town designers for that production. Now, almost 3 years later, which in the lifespan of a theater is really not long, we've had over 100 people audition for our upcoming production. 20 to 100 in 3 years for one show. That's incredible. That type of outreach, that type of passion, people saying, I want to be a part of that story. That is something super special to us. Our design team and technicians are now almost all local. We've even had a resident technical director even move here from New York City in the last year. So that's been a great accomplishment. So I want to share a story about two students. I think it's important to connect that the arts doesn't always have to equal entertainment. Sometimes it's just providing opportunity for people to grow and to connect. So I want to highlight just an example of that. We've had two students, one from Sundown High School and one from Levelland High School, come to us in our very first season of producing. So they came on for Sweeney Todd and then the next production. These students had limited access to arts outside of school, but they had a lot of passion, and they had a very tenacious desire to learn and to prove themselves. Not only as kids, as students, they wanted to prove that they could be in that room, that they could operate with other professionals. And they did prove themselves. They did. They rose from entry level to assistant level, to leading their own departments in 3 years, with peers on the level that have worked professionally, regionally, in New York and here locally. They became some of my most trusted team members, and they made themselves indispensable to our team, and they're very much a reason that we are successful today. So two 17-year-olds took an opportunity to make an impact, and it led them to receive a scholarship for technical theater at West Texas A&M University. For one of them, college was not even an option, and now they're working in leadership positions amongst their peers at a university level at 18. They saw the opportunity, they took the connection, and it has changed their lives. And we at the Wallace can now still consistently be here as a resource to come home to, whether they join us for potentially Frozen coming this January, whether they join us in the summer when they're off of school. That connection will last a lifetime. So by supporting the Wallace MainStage, you provide opportunities for artists, students, professors, neighbors, and friends to continue to grow, to continue to connect, and to achieve something that maybe they didn't think they could. And that, in so many words, is exactly why we need a place to center stories. We need a place to center communion. We need a place to center gathering. And I'm very proud to be a part of that vision and mission. So in 2024, you can look forward to 3 exciting theatrical productions. Legally Blonde the musical, so perfect for Valentine's Day this February. The Elephant Man coming this summer, and Cabaret coming next fall. So I am pleased to present now, we want to give you a little bit of entertainment with your breakfast. Some actors from previous and upcoming productions. Joey Rodriguez is going to be on keys today. If you've seen the Nutcracker, he was the one flirting his cape around this last week. So Joey resides primarily regionally or in New York. So Joey has joined us on his off time to come and perform with us. Kenzie Mayer was on stage in Jekyll and Hyde. She played our Lucy Harris, so you'll see her reprise that role here in a few moments. And Travis Burge will also be bringing Jekyll back to the stage here in a moment, as well as a pretty iconic role that he tackled with us, Quasimodo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So they're going to tell you a little bit about themselves, about what the theater means to them, and they're going to give you a little snippet of song. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy.
How's everybody doing today? Y'all doing all right? Good breakfast? Yes, everybody get some coffee? Get up and go juice? My name is Travis Burge, and I had the privilege and opportunity to be a part of Jekyll and Hyde this last show, and it was a really great experience. I got to understudy the role of Jekyll and Hyde, and I never got a chance to really perform it, so it's kind of nice that I'm getting that opportunity right now. So thank you, and bear with me. I need to know the nature of the demons that possess man's soul. I need to know why man's content to let them make him less than whole. Why does he revel in murder and madness? What is it makes him be less than he should? Why is he doomed not to reach his potential? His soul is black when he turns his back upon good. I need to find a way to get inside the tortured mind of man. I need to try to separate the good and evil if I can. Why does a wise man take leave of his senses? Where is that fine line where sanity melts? When does intelligence give way to madness? A moment comes when a man becomes something else. I need to know why man plays this strange double game. His hand always drawn to the flame. It's a deal with the devil he cannot disclaim. But what's his aim? I need to know. Dear God, With your wisdom inside me, Henry Jekyll will follow wherever you lead. I need to see the truths other men cannot see, to be things that others can't be. Give me courage to go where no angel will go, and I will go. I need to know. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Kinsey Mayer, and I had the privilege to play Lucy Harris this past October in Jekyll and Hyde. And this was my favorite role to date that I've played. I think it's really special when you find a role that really resonates with you in different ways. And so that's what happened with this, and it's just beautiful to me. And why I continue to do theater is just so that I can feel a purpose in life, and that I feel like I can be myself on stage even when performing a role. So this song that I'm going to sing is Lucy's realization of she was vulnerable for the first time with someone, and it paid off because he actually cared for her, and so she's finally finding that being herself and being open can lead to something. So many secrets I've longed to share. All I have needed is someone there to help me see a world I've never seen before. A love to open every door, to set me free, so I can soar. If someone like you found someone like me, then suddenly nothing would ever be the same. There'd be a new way to live, a new life to love. If someone like you found me, oh, if someone like you found someone like me, then suddenly nothing would ever be the same. My heart would take wing, and I'd feel so alive. If someone like you loved me, loved me.
Hello again. I am going to now share why I'm so thankful for the Wallace and why it's so important to this community in our area. First of all, as a performer, I have been performing in this area for quite some time now. I've spent the majority of my better performance years staying in the local area while watching a lot of my friends go off to pursue and obtain amazing careers in their own right as an artist, but my wife and I made a decision to stay, and to stay a consistency within our own area, and to showcase what it could be that you can aspire to find a way to be an artist in this area. And since then, it's only led to other great things because we now have the Wallace. The Wallace has given me an opportunity to come and continue to practice my craft, but not only that, to continue to grow as an artist. Under the direction of Anna Hogan, I have been able to deliver some of the best performances I have been able to, because she's given me permission to practice that complete abandon. And also, I've been challenged by her, and to see the potential of growth that you have, even in wherever you are as an artist, she will meet you right there, and she will push you to meet your end, yes, until you finally give this product that you are so proud about. Another area is the educational component. I have to go way back a few years. Jen was one of my very first mentors in theater. She was the technical theater teacher at the time for Coronado High School, and I found theater late in life, and it wasn't until I was a senior that I found it. And I got to work on building the set with Jen, and Jen showed me how fun theater can be, and how you are creating something, you're building something together with a group of people, and even though it might be, you're slinging screws everywhere and there's splinters and wood everywhere, right? It still can be a fun and safe space that you can go to where you just get to commune with each other, and you get to build each other up. I am an educator myself. That is another reason my wife and I decided to stay. We run a School of the Arts in Lubbock, and we are so fortunate because the Wallace, we are getting to collaborate so that not only are they reaching out to these rural areas, which is something that I've been aspiring to do for quite some time, but they're doing it, and it's so good that we had to make this collaboration happen so that we could provide more opportunities for these amazing young artists that are in our area. And not only that, but the Wallace provides opportunities for my alum to go on and to continue to pursue their craft. I've had several students who have gone on to obtain degrees in theater, and they are now pursuing theater professionally. And the Wallace provides opportunities for these kids, my kids, to come back and to have a place to perform in a professional setting, and it's a place that I encourage them to go because I know that they're going to be under safe guiding hands under the direction of Anna Hogan. And Kinsey Mayer is one of them that graduated from my program a couple of years ago, who went on to perform Lucy Harris in Jekyll and Hyde, a role that I've known for years, in my whole life pretty much, as an artist. And she performed it beautifully, and to see her growth. So there's so much that it goes beyond community, it goes to family. And I have developed a family with all these people that I'm performing with, lifelong friends that have been a part of my artist's life for as long as I can remember. And then not only that, but providing that space for my new kiddos to come and have a space that they can grow and watch them become amazing artists in their own right. So recently, a couple of years ago now, we did the production of Hunchback of Notre Dame, and that was a show I never knew would really come to this area. I didn't know it was a dream come true when I saw it came about, and I was able to portray the role of Quasimodo in that. And that has been one of the most special roles of my life, because it has been the most vulnerable I've ever felt as an artist, and it's something that always just came easy. The music came easy, and so it just became a heart song. And through Quasimodo, he is just light. And that is all I aspire to be in this world. And so now I'll be singing Out There from the Hunchback of Notre Dame. This song is at a point where he has been shut away his entire life. He's in his 30s at this point, and he's looking around at all the people down under him, wishing that he could be a part, and he finally makes a decision to step out. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Out There. Safe behind these windows and these parapets of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life I watch them as I hide up here alone, hungry for the histories they show me. All my life I memorize their faces, knowing them as they will never know me. All my life I wonder how it feels to pass a day not above them, but part of them. And out there, living in the sun, give me one day out there. All I ask is one to hold forever. Out there, where they all live unaware. What I'd give, what I dare, just to live one day out there, about there, just one day, and then I swear I'll be content with my share. Won't resent, won't despair, old and bent, I won't care. I'll have spent one day out there.
Thank you.
I have to say, it's really hard to get up and speak after that. Anna talked about that we have had 100 people sign up for auditions for this next round of shows. That's incredible. That is 100 people that want to come work with the Wallace Theater. And the Wallace Theater is the theater and the organization that you have helped to build. And as we think about the theater that we are building, I am so excited to share with you what that theater is going to look like. So I'm going to invite my Vanna White, Miss Iris Keeling, up to the stage. As we think about what this theater is going to hold, we're going to have this incredible space, this incredible stage for these actors, for all of these. And we're also going to continue to bring in the touring performances like I talked about. At the beginning of this year, I had the opportunity to go to a conference in New York where we got to see showcases for different touring artists. And I have kept this program on my desk every day since then. This is a group called Arturo O'Farrell, and he has the Afro-American Latin Jazz Orchestra. And let me tell you, I wasn't sure that I really liked jazz, but when I sat down and I saw this performance, all I could see was a group like that on our stage, a world-class entertainment. And the impact that it has had on my life to think about bringing that organization to come and perform on our stage, even more so, the opportunity for all of the students, for all of the people in our community to get to experience things that they could never dream of. And we are building a theater. David and Janet Duffy and Matt back there are helping us build the theater. They're going to light it up with all of the lights and the electricity, and it's going to be beautiful. And so with that, I want to show you, first we're going to see what our new lobby will look like. Couple very special features that you can see in this photo. On the carpet, it mimics the design, the mural that you'll remember from the inside of the theater. So it's bringing those two spaces together. Back behind the counter, there's a mural design. Right now, that is a placeholder. Some of you may know Kenneth Pirtle. He grew up here in Levelland. He was actually in my dad's class in high school. Kenny is a mosaic artist. If you've been to Jones Stadium at Texas Tech and seen the mosaics that run throughout that stadium, Kenny did all of those, and he is going to do the mosaic for the Wallace Theater. It's going to be very special to our community. When we talked about what this design should be, number one, it had to be a design that was worth the wait. It had to be worth what you had been waiting for. And also, it had to be a design that when each child in Hockley County steps into that space, we want them to feel proud, we want them to be in awe, and we want to tell them that they can step in here and they can step into any place that they ever want to go within the world. And we'll do the next one. This will be connecting across into the pie shop area. This kind of, the front of the design shows you entering kind of where you do now into the pie shop. The United Supermarkets concession stand area will be there right in the center, and then behind that will be our backstage where we're going to be able to have a catering kitchen so that we can have dinner service for events. We'll be able to have dressing rooms for all of our performers, a green room and a mechanical room, and all of the things that we need for the backstage area back there. And then our next rendering that we will show is going to be the loft space upstairs. So that's a space we've all come to enjoy. A couple of the additions that we are doing there. When you walk up into the balcony right now, there's been a wall that separated that loft from the balcony. We are opening up that wall so that that becomes more of an open space. It's going to allow us to do many more types of events in that space, possibly a pre-show, post-show reception area. It'll be a wonderful space to have rental opportunities, and it'll also be able to accommodate larger size audiences for even still more intimate performances like we've started with. And now let's take a look at the auditorium. The auditorium will recreate, again, those beautiful murals that create, I think, that sense of magic when you walk into that space. You know, I have to say, being part of the League of Historic American Theaters, I've had the opportunity to tour beautiful theaters all across the country. But every time I sit in one, I love it and I admire it, but it is not our Wallace Theater. And there is something so special about being in that space, sitting next to your friends and your family and enjoying that experience, that performance that is on stage there just for you. And we have one more view of our auditorium. This is the view that you'll have from the balcony. So when you come up the main staircase, back behind the wall that you can see in that third rendering, you'll be able to enter the box seats. Those will give us still balcony access. Those box seats are going to be available for naming rights. So if that is something you are interested, would love for you to talk to me about that. But this space is going to be unlike anything else in West Texas, unlike anything across the country, unlike anything else in the world. It's so special because it's ours, and it is because it is what you have built. Again, I've gone back to this with every point that we have had today, but we wouldn't be here without your support. This community has been so supportive. Because of your support, we've been able to gain the confidence of foundations to support us, to give us the larger grants that have given us the momentum to continue. Initially, a year ago, we still thought we might only be able to do phase 1 and then a phase 2, but we are doing a complete renovation process all the way through. We're going to see completed renovations December of 2024. Our hope. Our hope is that we will be having a grand opening party for New Year's Eve, recreating that incredible New Year's that we had about 2 years ago, bringing back our incredible New Year's Eve ball that Janet and David and Matt helped take care of us, that we were able to have out here on the street. That event is going to be for this community. It's going to be a great celebration. And I know some of you have already filled out your cards. Thank you so much. If you haven't, there are cards in front of you there. Your support is so important to us, especially this year, because as we continue to do the work, as we look to make sure that we are serving 1,500 students across Hockley County as we continue to provide MainStage theatrical experiences. And as we finish our renovations, we are also going to be preparing to open this theater. We need to be able to have the support to book the acts. Heath Wright, who just received the South Plains College Distinguished Alumni Award, you know, he was from a famous country music band. He came down and he said, "I can't wait to play on that stage. We got to get these people booked, and I need your help to make sure that we can do that." So would love for you all to come up and take some up-close looks at these renderings. Would love to hear your feedback. Iris is also going to walk across the street if anybody wants to take a look and see some of the renovation progress. I think Matt is also going to talk about the work that Independent Electric has been doing for us. We appreciate you so much. Thank you for being part of the Leadership Circle. Thank you for supporting the Wallace. And with that, thank you for being here this morning.